When misdirected, internet pylons can completely destroy people's lives. So tonight, let's try and talk about the power of public shaming, because often it is not a famous figure who's on the receiving end of it. On a seemingly daily basis, ordinary people who did not ask for attention can get sucked into the spotlight, like this woman did a few years ago.
They're calling her the aunt from hell and the Antichrist.
An aunt files suit against her 12-year-old nephew.
She claims she broke her wrist when he jumped into her arms.
She sued her young nephew for $127,000. That's right, $127,000 over a hug.
The aunt's defense was that when she goes to a cocktail party now, she actually said this, was that she finds it very difficult to hold the plate when the hors d'oeuvres are passed because of her wrist.
But look, it is pretty shitty to force a 12-year-old boy to pay 6 figures for hugging you too enthusiastically, which is, of course, why she didn't actually do that. The real story is much more complicated. Very basically, her health insurance did not cover all her massive medical bills, so to cover her costs, her best option was to go through her relative's homeowner's insurance. But to do that, she had to name a person in a lawsuit, even though the kid and his family were completely fine with it and they would not be required to pay. She actually went on the Today Show to explain all of this after the story blew up. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to undo the damage, maybe because even while she was discussing the actual facts, the Today Show's graphics read, "Worst aunt ever speaks out," which doesn't really help, does it? Meanwhile, she was being relentlessly attacked all over the internet, meaning anyone Googling her in the future would likely be inundated by the inaccurate version of that story, which, as she will tell you, became a real problem when she was looking for work.
It was very difficult to find another job. People reached out and then canceled interviews or then said, oh, we've changed our direction. I've had to take certain measures in order to reestablish myself. And I have a refreshed identity.